because Rosy obviously is on the ballot too, so it is really great to get the chance to run with you. And I hope I have some good down ticket legs. I have in the past, so hopefully that'll help out. But this is a really important election cycle, and we are one of only 2 states in the entire nation that have a statewide election going on. It's Virginia and New Jersey. And so it's really coming down to our state to make sure that we chart a different path forward. This is the first big way, as Democrats, we can weigh in on what we think about what's going on in Washington. And so really the country's watching. I hear about all the time, Mikie, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's New Jersey doing? And I said, we're doing great. We've got this. I tell people this is not the first time that New Jersey has been called upon to save the free world. So that was in 1776 when, not too far from here in Fort Lee, New Jersey, George Washington and Thomas Paine were looking down on New York and watched the Redcoats just rout the Americans, just drive them out of Manhattan. And it was considered a horrible defeat. In fact, one that nobody was sure if the Americans could really come back from. And yet they worked incredibly hard. Thomas Paine put pen to paper and he wrote The American Crisis because he wanted to galvanize the new nation to fight back, to join him in making sure that they could preserve their freedom. And so he said, these are the times that try men's souls. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. And it worked. Enlistments were up, and so by December of that year, George Washington crossed the Delaware into New Jersey, fought the seminal battles of Trenton and Princeton, and that began the American comeback. And I tell you that because right here, right now, we are building the American comeback. We are charting a different path forward than a government that wants to attack our rights and freedoms, attack our prosperity, attack Medicaid and Medicare and the Department of Education, and instead, we are going to make sure that we are building houses and driving down utility costs and building a better healthcare system. And that's going to be so important for the people here as we drive down costs. But at the same time, we know how important it is because we know what would happen if Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican, won. He is basically just a yes man for Trump. He has said he will, when asked directly, he said, look, I am not going to use the Attorney General to go against any executive order from Trump. In other words, whatever he says goes. He said he's going to doge New Jersey. I tell people, we've had enough of that. Look at our airport. We've had enough doge here. It doesn't work. He has said he's going to cut funding to Planned Parenthood and ban abortion. Again, just in lockstep with whatever Trump wants him to do, that's what he's going to do. So he is going to fight for Trump. I am going to fight for all of you and your families and your future. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy to join Rosy. I'm so jealous of the t-shirts. You guys all look great. You look great. This is so exciting, and thank you so much for your participation and your engagement today. So I really appreciate it.
All right, everybody, you heard what's on the line. It's great, beautiful weather today. The rain came out this morning and the sun came out for Mikie, and we're going to go out, we're going to canvass, we're going to make sure that we get her back on the ballot. Right? We're going to get her on the ballot. Well, she's on the ballot. No, we need her on the ballot in November. We got 10 days, and we have to stay on it right through November. And we have to make sure we get out and vote. So when we go out on June 10th, bring 3 friends with you and make sure that they're all voting for Mikie. Thank you, everyone. Chairman Jones.